Living in South Florida doesn't make financial sense, and Madonna's son sounds destitute at times. Today, I read an article on foxbusiness.com written by Augustin Hayes, titled, "Florida Local Reveals Toll from High Cost of Living. It Doesn't Make Sense Anymore." The author referenced a woman who is a news correspondent that is living near Miami. She experienced nearly a 100% increase in rent in 4 years. Before I continue, I want to reflect on the quote in the title of this article, which reads, "It doesn't make sense anymore." I can understand. Not many things make sense anymore in our world, including rent prices and real estate prices. Some landlords are renting apartments that are now older and more worn out for double the money that they were asking a few years back. Some home sellers who haven't done anything to their homes other than wear out the carpet more and let the appliances, HVAC systems, and roofs get a few years older are now wanting double what they paid for the properties. Does that make much sense to you? It doesn't make much sense to me. How about the fact that we have approximately 30,000 cryptocurrencies with a total market cap of over $1 trillion? The majority of these aren't backed by anything. Does that make much sense to you? It doesn't to a lot of people, except for speculators and those who believe these are their savior against a fiat currency that is being devalued. Getting back to the article, the author referenced a report from the National Low Income Housing Coalition, which revealed that a worker in Florida making minimum wage at an hourly rate of $12 would need to work 98 hours per week to afford a one-bedroom rental home at a fair market rate. Well, my friends, that sure sounds like minimum wage is enough to get by on. I hope you understand I'm being sarcastic. The author of this article referenced a man who is part of the millennial generation who has a job but also makes extra income driving for Lyft and tutoring students. He said he makes decent money, but it's not enough. He loves living in South Florida, but he said it doesn't make sense anymore. He said everybody's struggling and working 3, 4, 5, and 6 jobs. Well, my friends, that seems extreme to me. How can someone work 6 jobs? How could you possibly keep all of those jobs straight and maintain a schedule? How could you have the energy to work all of those jobs? And what would the quality of work that you are providing the employer be like? I can't imagine it would be great. I'm curious if any of you know people who are working 4, 5, or 6 jobs. If you do, tell me how that works in the comment section below. This next article may offer a glimmer of hope regarding rental housing, depending on how it all pans out. I read this story on CNN Business, written by Samantha DeToya, titled, "Work from Home Could Lead to More Homes in Vacant Offices." According to the author, a growing number of office buildings have found second lives as apartments boosted by the COVID-era work-from-home movement that slashed office attendance and thinned out cities' downtowns. Now here's what is interesting. 1.7% of the total U.S. supply of office space was in the process of being converted to other uses in the first 3 months of 2024. This is according to C.B. Richard Ellis. 63% of the conversions are expected to be multifamily housing. Well, my friends, I toured an old high-rise office building that was converted to luxury apartments. I was pretty impressed by what the developer accomplished. There was a problem, though. They had a lot of vacancies, and they weren't willing to budge on their sky-high rental prices. I mention this because I don't want you to think that these office space conversions are going to solve the real estate affordability crisis here in America. We may see more available units hit the market, which could create some downward pressure on rents, but I don't think it is going to be dramatic. But what do I know? I'm just some guy on YouTube. What do you think? Share your thoughts in the comment section below. I have to wonder if these people who are struggling to afford rent in high-priced areas are the same people who are taking advantage of fast food deals to save money. I read an article on ZeroHedge.com written by Tyler Durden, likely a pseudonym for writers at Zero Hedge, titled, "Cash-Strapped Consumers Flock to McDonald's on $5 Meal Deal." The author of this article referenced an internal McDonald's memo that was obtained by Bloomberg, which said, "Early performance indicates the meal deal is meeting the objective of driving guests back to our restaurants." Well, my friends, there are a lot of cash-strapped Americans, and a lot of them would never think of buying food in bulk at the grocery store and preparing their own food at home to save money. Many have fallen for cradle-to-grave marketing by the fast food industry. Many fast food companies want to develop consumer brand loyalty at a young age and maintain that loyalty until the grave. Some people only know how to get their food from the drive-thru. A lot of schools have gotten rid of home economics, or family and consumer sciences as it's known today. Many children never learn how to cook in school, and some of their parents don't know how either. They simply order food from a delivery app on their phone or drive to the local drive-thru restaurant. Many people blow through a lot of money doing this. These are often the same people who reach retirement age with nothing saved. All of that money spent each day at the drive-thru could add up over a lifetime. If that money had been invested and compound returns were taken into consideration, we are potentially talking about a lot of money. I'm not sure your average Americans realize this. If they did, they might change their ways. On the topic of food, I read a story on yahoo.com put out by The Blast and written by Favor Adekok titled, "David Banda Says Mom Madonna is Supportive After Claiming He Doesn't Have Enough Money for Food." I don't keep up on celebrity news, and I didn't even know Madonna's son's name until I read this story. Earlier this week, her son revealed that he sometimes lacks enough money to get food and ends up scavenging to get by. Here are my thoughts. I guess breaking into music is a tough thing to do, even if your mom is Madonna. I once watched a documentary about a 1980s rock band that all crashed in a rundown apartment, and the band members were basically fed by their girlfriends who bought them pizza. They went on to superstardom and made millions of dollars, but life was tough for a while when they were just starting out. I'm sure life is tough for a lot of young people starting out, including those who spent a tremendous amount of money getting a college education. Starting wages are not always great. Some people find a way to make it work without getting help from their parents. If some of you started your professional careers without assistance from your parents, I'd really love to hear about how you did that in the comment section below. Please keep in mind that everything in this video is for entertainment purposes only, and nothing in this video is financial advice or advice of any kind. If you need advice, seek advice from a qualified professional in good standing who puts your interests first and foremost. If you enjoyed this video, consider subscribing to the channel. Please also consider sharing this video with your friends. I want to extend a special thanks to everyone who has subscribed to this channel. I want to also thank all of my channel members. If you would like to become a channel member, there is a link in the description beneath this video. You can read more about the different membership levels. Please also check out some of the great books that I suggest you consider reading in the description below. I've included Amazon affiliate links to these books. As an Amazon associate, I earn from qualifying purchases. Stay healthy and wealthy. I'll see everyone in the next video.